to be met and signed. Though this is all simple in theory, it did prove an enormous undertaking to get everyone there. What with the countless ambassadors present and all the other political problems that this war had caused. In the 6 months, the Great Council, intrigues abounded on each side, attempted to gain the upper hand, meaning they schemed with each other and caused problems within the conference. So, before it happened, the conference nearly collapsed. More than once, when ambassadors took umbrage over some real or imagined slight, things went back to square one. However, the final act of the immense drama of war occurred on the day of the Great Signing. This only happened because the Circle of the Eight made it happen. A pact had been resolved, and nearly all the nations had agreed to sign it. And at this solemn ceremony, as everything got underway, a very, very, very disastrous event occurred. One that would cause Greyhawk its end. Even today, a haze obscures the details, but apparently someone plotted to annihilate the entire diplomatic corps in attendance, including murdering mages of the Circle of the Eight. But the scheme misfired. A blazing explosion destroyed a good part of the Grand Hall only minutes before the ambassadors assembled, meaning not all of them died. A fierce magical battle immediately ensued. In the Circle of Eight, Rari, using secrets gained in confidence, was able to kill some of his own members. Rari not only vaporized his two fellows, but also tracked down and destroyed every clone the pair had held in preparation. Now, the motive behind Rari's treachery remains clouded to this day. According to many who knew him, the wizard probably saw an opportunity to seize power and land in the confusions that would follow the assassination. Others suggest maybe Rari was just a pawn of the Scarlet Brotherhood. Anyway, no matter. Rari and his co-conspirator Lord Rabalar fled the city. Unable to return to Rabalar's castle, which was immediately seized by the troops of Greyhawk. The pair escaped into the Bright Desert. There they conquered the savage, established a kingdom of their own, and through small, fearing further disruptions, the delegates hurriedly signed the Pact of Greyhawk, and so we thought our world would be spared. However, Rari killed Tensor. Rari killed many of the Circle of the Eight. We should find Rari and kill him. And as he says the last parts of that, he starts to fade off into existence. You can't see him anymore.
I'd like that info.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just put it to you, so I have it to look back at.
Yeah. Now, how many people have actually recalled something about Greyhawk? CO, right? CO has, and you have. Anyone else that I'm forgetting?
All right, I'm back.
No worries.
No.
I think that's it, right? I think it's only you two. So the people that have recalled something of Rhea before, you can do a history check on the Circle of Eight.
Okay. Let's check my history check.
I'm gonna try to remember as much of that as I can to check out the Greyhawk history book when I get back.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can give you most of it. Yeah.
15.
15. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright, the only thing that you remember about the Circle of Eight in the same, fabled history... Go ahead.
I'm on the wrong character. Hold on, that makes more sense. I was like, wait a second, that's not the right photo.
So the Circle of Eight was... Okay, so the Circle of Eight was a very famous group of wizards in these stories. Mordecanian ruled the Circle of Eight. He was the founding member of the Circle of Eight. The other members in the Circle of Eight, so since you've got the 21 miracle, you would know them, so I'll actually give you all of them. Hold on one second. So the Circle of Eight are Rabalar, Rigby, Yarg, Tensor, Seriton, and Otis. These were the original members of the Circle of the Eight. He claims that, and then of course afterwards Rari was also added, and Rari ended up killing Tensor and Otis in that whole thing. So now the one thing that you remember is that somehow the only reason why you're starting to give credence to the fact that maybe Greyhawk was a real place is there's one common name when you were reading these books that actually does spill over into Faerun, and that's Vecna. Vecna has always been tied to the Circle of the Eight, and somehow is involved. Yeah. Vecna's somehow involved in all this.
I would tell everyone about it.
Would as a cleric, would I know the name Vecna?
Yeah. You would definitely know Vecna. Yeah. You know he's like the very evil god of death. Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
And I tell everybody that. Vecna's bad news, really bad news.
All right. Anybody magically inclined can do an Arcana check on whatever the hell that was too. I imagine you would through common sense. So.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh.
Not me. Not Sia. My.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unless Erastus makes one. Or you can't magically incline.
Arcana, yeah.
Yep.
Not
What
good.
was the highest roll?
18 was the highest.
Okay. So at an 18, you would know that this is probably some kind of so it's complicated, powerful magic. You know that for sure because it looked like he had solidified. A lot of times when these are just like holographic, like prepared things, that means that there must be like a magic item around that was projecting this or whatever. But this one seemed way more solid than that. It looks like it could be some kind of modified simulacrum that was basically cast in some kind of like a repeated area of effect. It's definitely an illusion, but this one looked like it was expertly made. And it also looked like, for a time at least, it was solidified because it looked like as you start investigating the area, who rolled the 18?
Yeah.
Sia.
Okay, Sio. So as you start investigating the area, you notice that where he was standing, the grass is still crumpled around it and other things, so it had like actual substance to it, which is why you think that this could have been some kind of simulacrum.
Okay. I will be sure to share that with everyone, and we'll practice with. I'm not an expert in magic, but from things that I've heard from the Arcane Brotherhood and Luskin and other magic users, this could have been. This is incredibly powerful, but it may be a tangible spell, illusionary partially, but maybe something like a simulacrum.
Yeah.
But it was here, but it was also an image. But it was visibly here, and he'll point out how the grass is flattened out like someone was standing there.
Okay. And so around this time too, you guys see what looks like a small humanoid, maybe a halfling, basically rise out of the tent. And he looks at the whole group sleepily. He looks up. He's like, "Oh," he's like, that stupid message again." And he's like, "What? Who are you people?" It's like, you guys are screwed just like me now, huh?"
Who are you?
He looks around and he says, "Well, I guess there's no problem in telling you. We're all probably doomed anyway. My name is Klackity-Klack. Who likes my name?"
Me.
No.
I do.
You?
I do. I really do. I love it.
Thought mine was
He looks at Henri. He said, so if Henri's saying that, he said, "That's right, Klackity-Klack, dummy."
I'm not laughing. I'm saying I like the name. I've never heard anybody named like that before. It's very unique.
Well, don't talk back.
He says, "You know, I just made that up to not give you my name, dummy." And he looks at you. You can tell there's something a little off about this guy, for sure. But he says, anyway, he says, look around us. Who's happy we're here? Yay! Yay! Yay!
How long
Sarcasm.
have you been here?
Sarcasm is a really poor form of communication.
He said, listen, big turtle man.
Not that big.
Doesn't matter. You're a big turtle man to me. I'm 3 feet, 4 feet tall. Actually, I'm 4 feet, 3 inches tall. So you're right. I'm pretty big too. But anyway, I've been here a long time. And if that meat thing there wasn't, and by the way, that gets really old too. Just wait until this is all you have to eat forever, just like me. But that meat, if that wasn't there, I'd be long dead. So, I've been here a long time.
Oh, Aras is gonna dig into his bag, and he still has his cinnamon roll from the fair, and he's gonna take it and tear it in half and give it to Mr. Sarcasm.
Okay.
It's been in his bag for about a day, but the butter and the cream is still good.
Yeah. So he does look at it and he takes it and he said, this is amazing. And he eats it in like 3 seconds. He's like, oh my god, something other than meat. Meat and disgusting water.
Yeah, and I have another half if you drop the big meanie act and help us. Yeah.
He says, how much more do you have? How many more of those do you have?
I got 2 more.
He said, okay. He said, I want both.
Okay. Well, I'll give you 1/2 per question.
And so he starts looking around. He's like, oh man. He's like, what are even all of you people, like, what are you? And he looks at you, Miracle. He's like, what is this?
She's a magical
Miracle's-
fairy.
Miracle's gonna look a little, kind of sad and just be like, I'm an Aarakocra?
An Eric Prakra?
Kanakokra.
He's like, he says Akaraka?
What does he look like? Like, I know you said
Yeah,
halfling,
so-
but
Yeah, no, I'll explain it better. Now that you guys have actually had a look at him. So he actually looks like a disheveled younger halfling. He has fiery red hair underneath his cloak. He definitely looks like he's on the younger side of a halfling. He does look slightly unhinged. You're not sure if that's because he was, born mentally ill or whatever, or just because of the fact that he's been here for so long, like he states. There is definitely something very distinctly off about this character. At the same time, he does look like he's matching up to what he's saying in the sense that he's probably been here a very, very, very long time and been doing the same thing over and over and over again for a very, very long time.
I'm gonna text you something.
Okay.
You should be nice to your visitors.
He said, I should be not anything. But if you have more sweet rolls, he said, let's just bring that on.
Well, maybe I only give my sweet rolls to my friends, so you should be a friend.
Okay, let's be friends, but give me the sweet rolls first.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
He said, well, okay, so what are we going to do? Like, you're all not sharing my meat. It's my meat. This is my meat. And he goes over and he points to his meat. He said, that is my meat.
Gross.
Okay, well, no one asked, so...
That's not very good meat.
I don't like that.
So he does put his, dagger into it, and he's like, he basically is like, this is mine. You guys can go over there in the corner and sleep or whatever, but this is my area, just so you know.
I don't even have Liamon's hut. This is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't eat people, do you?
He said, no, I just eat this stupid meat.
Why?
Because it comes back every day. Otherwise, it'd be dead.
Oh, you should.
Then I have to go into the stupid barrels and drink the stupid water.
Oh, I drink that water.
Yeah, that water's not great.
You have your standards too high.
How'd you get here?
It said I don't really remember how I got here, but it was a long, long, long time ago. And you can't even like get. And he goes and he points to this area. He's like, look. He's like, look at this water. I should just drown myself, right? Oh, I've tried. Look. And he like puts his hand like over. He's like, look. You can't even get out of here.
I mean,
This is all a sick joke. And he goes on top of the rock. He's like,
So-
look, I could just jump on your head.
Is it
I could just jump on your head right now.
Is it like Groundhog Day situation?
Chris,
So you
I
can't
did
die,
ask
right?
you that question. I texted it to you.
Oh, did you? Sorry, I didn't see it. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
So you can't die?
He's not. He's not
Okay.
not missing anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Good guess, though, but yeah.
Just because like we've encountered the other people. I thought it might have been.
Yeah.
Oh, what? It's a nice little tent you got.
That's my tent. My tent with my meat. He said, come over here and I'll jump on your head.
No.
He said, I bet I can jump on your head from here, actually. I'm pretty good at jumping.
If you jump on the head, you don't get a sweet roll.
Okay, alright. Then he goes over here. I think I wish I could jump off this rock and just break my neck.
I mean, you're
Have
hanging
you
with the right
tried?
people.
He said not yet, because I don't like broken necks.
Well, then I guess you didn't wish hard enough.
He said, listen, now that there's all of us, let's just, like, walk around. Let's just walk around and, like, go walk around. Because every single time we walk around, there's going to be, like, something that comes and bites us. So, maybe now that there's more people, we can kill the stuff that, like, bites you when you walk around.
What?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You alright?
He said-
I'm gonna dangle a piece of a sweet roll out. Be like, explain, please, and I'll give you a bite.
He said, okay. He said, sometimes when you walk around, because I've been here a long time, you walk around and there's, like, some things that just come out, like these little, like, hot things that, like, just come out of nowhere, and they start attacking you with, like, sulfur, and then sometimes there's, like, other things that, like, you just walk around and, like, a worm comes out, and you just cut it in half, and I'm sick of that.
Oh, we
So
killed
give me
three-
that sweet roll.
We killed 3 of those already.
Yeah, see? We just walk around and kill all of them.
I'll toss him a bite of the sweet roll, like a
Yep.
bit of it.
Okay.
Actually, we killed 4. There was one
Yep.
behind me around Macaroon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we killed 4 baby, like,
Yep.
demon toddlers. I don't know why you're stressing about it.
No, those hurt. They hurt a lot. And he said also that bald guy comes out every now and then, and I hate him. Why does he say the same thing over and over again?
Well, probably because we stole his gold.
Why do you even care about this stupid gold? I saw that gold.
Because we're not planning to stay here. Leaving. Okay, bye.
Okay, good. But like when you go,
Okay, bye.
you're gonna take me with you.
That's our leader's call.
Okay, well that's me. So come on, guys, let's go. Let's go over here.
No, she's
She's
the
got
one with the
jokes.
horn- She's the one with the horns. You should stop talking so much and interrupting her.
Which one? And she goes over to you. He's like, "You're the leader?"
She will absolutely take this opportunity to use thaumaturgy and turn her eyes into a very flaming, like they'll look like they're gray flames just taking
Yeah.
up her whole eye socket.
Yeah.
That's her judgment stare, and she's judging you right now.
Gotcha. He looks at her and he's like, "What? You're like that stupid what?" And he comes over here and he's like, "All right."
You
He
should
said,
be
well,
respectful.
whatever. I'm like gonna be right here, but then I'm gonna follow everybody. So just watch. I'm gonna follow everybody. But if that woman does that crazy thing with her eyes again, I'm just gonna stab people.
That's
Call me
great.
crazy again. I dare you. And she'll change her flaming eyes to red.
Okay. Yeah, he goes up here. He's like, "Look, I can jump on your head, but this is not good. I don't like this at all." And he starts like
I have
going up
another
into
sweet
he starts like
roll.
climbing up. He's like, "Look how high I can get."
Honestly, Chris, this is my favorite character that you've ever made so far.
He says, "Look at how high I can get. Look at this pointy thing here. I'm gonna jump on that pointy thing and then jump on your face."
Do it.
Uh-huh.
Do a flip.
Why are we taunting the crazy guy?
Do it. Do it.
Do a flip.
Okay, but give me that sweet roll.
If you stop being a
Land
prick.
on your feet. It's,
He said, "Okay." He said, "I will stop being a prick, but I'm gonna wait until you get up here, Turtle Man. Then I'm gonna jump on your head and take that sweet roll." So come on.
So you will turn to the group and tell them, in more of a hushed tone and an effort for the halfling to not hear her.
Yeah. Yep.
So in my experience dealing with children, which is extensive, sometimes it's best to ignore them. They'll expend their energy and they'll learn how to communicate properly and on the same level as someone.
Hey, kid.
Give them space.
He does look like he's on the younger side, Erastus.
Oh,
Of
cool.
halflings,
This
yeah.
is my specialty. Hold on a second. And I want to go up to him. Hey, kid. Little tyke. Come here.
Yeah.
I have a present.
All right. So, where would you like to be, Erastus?
Not within head jumping distance.
Gotcha. All right. So, like out to here, because you're not sure what this guy. Okay. So he's like, okay. He's like, what do you want? He says, come a little closer. Just come on.
I have something I think you would like.
Oh god, the
So-
He
sugar
said-
we gave him probably didn't.
Yep.
Erasmus'
Yeah. So he does
background-
jump down. He does jump down. He's like, all right. What do you have? He's like, you are really close to my meat.
Erastus's background is that to make ends meet, he traveled the Sword Coast making clockwork toys for kids in villages.
Yeah.
He's gonna take out a clockwork soldier
Yeah.
that just like you wind it up and it just like this axe chops up and down in its hand, and then he's gonna take out another. It's a clockwork kobold, and if you wind it, its jaws snap open and close, and he's gonna put them on the floor, and they just begin walking around doing this motion. These wind-up toys.
Yeah. He does look at them and he's like, this is. So these are mine now. And he goes and he scoops them
you can
up.
have them. I make more all the time.
He said, I want, like, okay. He says, this is what we do. You make, like 30 of these, and we're going to fight them right now. But, like, I'm going to stay here and be close to my meat because you are way too close to this meat. So, like, scoot back, and then you make a lot of things, and then we're going to fight them. They're going to fight.
I don't have enough parts.
He said, well, that was definitely not as exciting as it should have been. It's like, dude, we have a long time together. He said, we need to, like, okay. He said, and he looks at everyone. He's like, so let's go get some parts. Come on, everybody. Let's look at some parts. Maybe we can use those barrels for some parts.
No,
Under
that's
no
bad.
circumstance should we refuse him.
I couldn't help noticing those statues back there. Do you know anything about them?
The statues, like, they just, like, squash people. Like, you go, just to, actually, what? No, I actually don't know anything about it. Why don't you just go touch the statue, actually?
No.
What he said.
Like, I really don't know anything about those statues. Let's just touch that
I'm
statue.
gonna
I think
pull out my
you're
sweet-
lying.
I'm gonna pull out my
Can I do an
extra sweet
insight?
roll.
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
I also
No,
do
I want to do an insight check.
Do
on
the
some
statues look
crap.
familiar
Okay,
at all?
It's not going to be a high check. The statues do look just very similar to the one that you saw already.
Nat 20!
I'm saying, do they
I
look
got
like the
19.
ones from that
So
room
he's-
that had all of them?
Both of you know that he is lying, and he wants you to touch the statue so that he can see what's going to happen to you afterwards.
I'm not going to go touch the statue, but I'd like to go look at one and do a history check on it.
Sure. Yep.
I want to do that also.
Okay. All right.
So I'll give you a bite of sweet roll for your names, Mr. Halfling person.
Nat 20 again.
I
What?
get a plus. I get a +4. So mine's a 23 also. We nailed these.
Okay, nice. So, just like the other statues, they don't have any kind of markings from Faerun at all. However, you do have the obscure knowledge. They're the same kind of things where they have the Greyhawk Free City marking on their shoulder pads. And you're starting to put two and two together. Even though you've never actually read this, you start to realize that these must be Greyhawk like soldiers. They must be like some kind of knights of the Free City of Greyhawk. All right, now what was that, Erasmus?
I'm gonna offer him a bite of sweet roll.
Yep.
And I'll even heat it up over the fires so it's nice and like hot cinnamon bun, for his name.
Yeah. So so you ask him his name for sweet roll, and he said, "All right." He said, "Hold on. So let me think about this." And he looks at the sweet roll and he says,
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly start bringing it to my lips, like I'm gonna eat it.
He said, why are you such a yucky person? Don't eat my sweet roll."
It's my sweet roll. You're gonna see.
He said, "Turtles don't even eat sweets."
I'm gonna take a bite out of it. It's so good.
He said, "All right, stop." He said, "Stop. Let me think about my name. Hold on." And he starts thinking like really hardly, as if he doesn't even remember his name, but he's trying his best. Yeah.
I didn't know this was a tough question. Sorry.
Why don't
He
we
said
just give
this-
him a name.
Yeah, he said, "Give me a name." That's right.
I
Okay.
will call you Scampy.
Scampy. I was thinking of Prickly.
Scrimply.
Scribbly.
Prickly, sure.
Bert.
Mark.
That's my dog's name.
I say we
Marcus?
just stick with Yakety-Yak. That was a good name.
Sure.
I like Spurt.
Spurt's a good one. Long live Spurt.
Start. Yes.
He says, I don't really know if I like Spurt or whatever. We could call me Godman God. Godman God.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
think
that's
we can
Spurt
do
and Dwarfish.
that.
Fine.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go with Spurt.
Yeah, you need a growth spurt there, kid.
He said, "I am not a kid. I am older than all of you. I'm an old person that you should respect."
Oh, okay. Well, now that you phrased it like that.
That was a good one.
Respect is something you can earn. Threatening to jump on people's heads and playing trivial child games doesn't necessarily garner respect.
You are very serious. Why don't we call me Master of Cats? Because I like them. And I can master them.
I think we decided Spurt.
So
Cat-
you would
So-
earn-
Cat Lord. Cat
Wait,
Lord's a
you
good name
You
for
can
me.
master cats, really?
Yes. I can master them because they're small and because they really can't get me. I can kill a cat.
What? No.
Oh my god. Out of game, I'm just glad right now because I was debating on being a tabaxi.
So I can kill a cat. I'm way bigger than a cat. I can totally kill a cat.
We're bigger than you.
Yeah, but I can jump on your. You saw me. I'm a good climber. I can jump on your head. Don't remind me that you're bigger than me because I can go in that rock and jump on your head. And you're a turtle, and I can like get my dagger in your turtle shell. I can do that.
I have a force field.
Erasmus, stop playing into his trivial games.
But I do.
I think we should keep
Yep.
going.
I think we
You,
should
you forget that
Yeah.
Erasmus is
If
not
he
very
follows
old.
us, he follows us. So what? Let's
I
go.
know Erasmus is young, but at the same time, Erasmus is more responsible and mature than whatever this is.
Can I do an intelligence check to like try to? Or I want to say something, but I don't know if my character would think of this.
That's fine. I mean, what are you thinking though? I'll let you know if you have to make the intelligence check. Like, what's the idea?
I feel like my character would think on everything that's been going on, how he's like distracting everyone, and be like, I think this is a distraction to keep us here. I think we should continue going on.
Gotcha. No, you can. Yeah, that's fine. You can totally say that. your character's high enough
Okay.
intelligence that you can, yeah, if you want to, yeah. Or just
Okay.
mention that.
She'll say that to everyone.
Yeah. All right. He says you guys can go, but I'm gonna follow you, and I'm really good at following, and you won't even know that I'm there. I'm probably invisible right now, so like I'm gonna close my eyes, and you guys just go, and we'll see what happens.
I think that's fine. Let him follow us.
Okay. All right. So Gretna, you can see. So what lies in front of you right now is there is a pathway that's up to this area here, but there's a giant, basically stone wall, probably related to a structure. If you turn left, which you can barely see right now, there's one of those other stone archways, and there seems to be more that direction.
Okay, which way do you want to go? Try and get out of here.
Yep.
I say go this way. I like this way.
Yep. So Greta, as you get up, that's fine. So as you get up here, this is what you see. You see. Sorry, you'll see this in a second. You basically see another area. There's another gate, 2 stone statues, and this gate does look like it goes into some kind of structure up here.
Iceberg.
Yeah, so that's one. So if everyone's going to start going up, you guys see that Spurt is clearly not as good at stealth as he thinks he is, and you can clearly see that he is following everyone.
There's another gate up here.
I'm bringing it back. I will just leave little breadcrumbs of sweet roll for Spurt.
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna follow us. You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be nice. I feel bad for the little kid.
Yeah. So Gretna, as you get over here, and Spurt is probably. I mean, I don't know how much you know about halflings in general, but he's definitely not like he's not like a 10-year-old. At the same time, it's very hard to judge the age of halflings, especially ones that might be half crazy like he is. But he's definitely on the younger side, even for a halfling. So probably in halfling term, adolescence, which could mean, older than you may think, but he's definitely on the younger side for that. So just to be very clear in his description. All right.
Pierre, you want to come and check for traps?
Yep.
Thanks.
All right. All right, Piran. So
I'll help.
okay. All right, that's fine. Yeah, we'll bring him up. So you're gonna help him, and you guys are gonna look and see if the gate itself is trapped.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Cool deal. All right, give me your investigation check.
13.
13. All right. It doesn't appear to be trapped.
Do you want me to try or no? She's gonna ask for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm guessing with the language since you would help.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I just
All right.
want to make sure.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're
24!
okay. So you look at the seams of this gate, and you do realize that even though it doesn't seem like even though he didn't find anything, you actually find that there are small little springs on each side of this that do that look like they at least could lead to some kind of mechanism, which means it very possibly could be trapped without dealing with these springs.
She's gonna look to Kieran and be like, you missed some springs on the sides that look like they could lead to a trap.
Whoops.
Should we ask Spurt?
No. Sorry, what was that?
I was asking the group if we should ask Spurt. Still following us, by the way.
Well, so he does hear that, and he's like, "You should just open that gate and see what happens, and then I'll be right here, and then if something does happen, then I'll just laugh at you because it's going to be super funny, but it'll be fine. Just open the gate."
Somebody grab him and put him in front.
Does anyone care about the relationship we have with this person?
Not at all.
I
Nope.
like him. No, be nice.
Your heart like
Extensive history, like raising orphan children, but there is not a single nerve in her body that hasn't been pressed by this person.
He's
Yep.
lonely. Be
I was gonna
nice.
say, how about you open it and try to persuade him?
You can try, yeah. You can try to persuade him.
I still have half a sweet roll left, Spurt.
All right, so if you're saying that, he's actually going to come
Oh.
all the way up to the top here. And he's going to look at the gate, and he's like, I'm an expert opener. He said, but you know what? That gate's going to, like, fall on your face. And so I'm not opening a falling gate face.
Oh god. She's gonna look to freaking Erasmus and be like, persuade him with a sweet roll.
I tried that.
But did you roll? I rolled. And I got an 8. You have to roll for persuasion.
Yeah, so your persuasion was an 8? Yeah, that won't work. He says, look, let's do this. Let's have the turtle. Actually, no, the turtle has the sweet rolls. So let's have you open the gate. Everyone else will stay behind you, and we'll see what happens. And we will all laugh if something bad happens. Right?
You know what?
Great idea, but
Unseen
no.
servant! Unseen servant! Frick this! You know what? She's gonna be like, sure, but it's not gonna be me. It's gonna be a friend of mine.
So now
Yep.
so let me explain. So the unseen so you rolled enough that you can actually try to basically disarm these springs. However, there is no clear way yet to open the gate. There's no button, there's no like anything like right in your area to open this gate. All you know is that if you try to force it open, those springs will activate. So you can try to basically already depress the springs so that even if you do try to force it, like that the mechanism won't get sprung. But at the same time, there's no clear way to open this gate from where you're at.
Why don't we just
True.
let Barry do it?
Because why don't you just touch that stupid statue? Touch that statue, and then, but not the sweet roll man.
Bert, if you touch that statue, oh,
I can
I'm
send
gonna-
unseen servant.
I'm gonna eat the sweet
I
roll.
really doubt it's anything good that's gonna help. He wants us to. But
Yeah. So what do you what is the unseen servant going to do exactly though?
I'm trying to think on this because, like, he wants us to, but he did stop himself from saying that it was gonna hurt whoever touches me. But she's trying to think, would maybe it actually help with the door? I don't.
So he starts going on. He's like, I have a question. Says, I understand why you're friends with a turtle, but why are you friends with like a demon woman?
Hey,
I swear, are we gonna spank this kid or what?
Absolutely.
Alright. I go over to him.
He said,
Seriously, I go over to him and I
Yeah.
try and put him over my knee. I'm 3 inches taller than him, I don't care.
All right. I think you're stronger than him too. What's your strength?
It's a 14.
Yeah, you are stronger than him. If you want to, you can try to. Yeah, you can. You just go ahead and make a strength check to grapple him, and then I'll let you do everything else. But
Alright.
he's gonna try to oppose you, but we'll see.
roll for Spurt.
First.
15.
Okay. Well, you do win. You do beat me. So, so you do
I
grab
take
him.
I
You
swear,
grab him.
I put him over my knee and I start spanking him.
All right. He said,
And
"What?"
I say, this
so,
is better than Toll of the Dead, buddy.
yeah, he starts screaming. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Why are you spitting my bottom?"
Because Tara is the god of justice, and this is what is justice for you.
He literally starts crying. He's like, "Don't do that anymore. That was super weird." And he starts like going over here, and he's like, "Nobody look at me."
Nah, as soon as Gretinus starts doing that, Sio's gonna
Yep.
use thaumaturgy to
He's
incite
clapping.
whispers that sound like they're like right next to his ears, and they're just gonna. It's just gonna be phrases to the effect of, "You shouldn't have done that. It's not nice to make fun of people." Like essentially listing off everything rude that he's done so far. He's just gonna
Yep.
have like
Yep.
deafening whispers in his ears, and they're not gonna go away for a little bit. She'll just
Gotcha.
keep reading it.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
When I'm done, I just go, have you learned your lesson? Huh?
He says, yeah, and he says, now all these people are talking to me and telling me what I did that was wrong. And that's not what, I can't even hear anybody.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Can everybody hear that?
You're what?
It's your conscience.
You haven't spoken some time.
So that strong lady spanked me way too hard, and now I'm hearing all these silly voices.
What?
And
You got ears in your butt? What?
Exactly. That's why you don't make friends with people who look like they're gonna kill you by eating your blood.
Just
Probably ringing in your ear.
Spurt,
And
Spurt,
the
Spurt.
demon jokes are getting old.
Just open the door, Spurt, and you can have the sweet roll. That's my last offer.
He said, if I open the door, you can give me every single sweet roll. And you can tell he's having trouble, by the way, hearing you. He's definitely having some problems here.
Yes, all the sweet roll for open the door.
So he sighs. He says, all right. He says, all right. How do we open the door?
Oh, you don't know?
He says, we're gonna do it. And he starts press. So you see that Spurt goes to the door,
I back up.
and he literally starts to press in
Back up.
into every single one of these things. Like, so I don't know if you can see the stream, but there's like basically these braces here. He's like, this is how you do it. You press this one here, and he goes down the bottom, and he starts pressing all of them, and nothing happens. And he's like, this is really, really, really annoying. And he starts like going back and forth. He says, okay, I opened it. I pressed them all.
Okay, now make it move.
I said, yeah, but that's the thing. It doesn't want to.
Can we
All right.
throw them through that small space up there?
It is. So the space is definitely large enough that he could fit into that space. Yes.
Do the statues have anything written on them?
They actually do not have anything written on them. No.
The space
Sure.
is big enough for him? Is it big
Guy.
enough for me?
That's right.
Well,
It's also big enough for you too. Yeah, both of you could theoretically fit into that.
You didn't
Him
open it.
easier than you, but you can barely fit as well.
You didn't open it, Spurt.
Hey, he helped. He tried. You did a good job there, Spurt, okay?
He said, thank you. He said, now also, why is there still like voices in my ears?
It's your conscience.
Yeah. As soon as he mentions that, Seal will change it from listing all of his wrongdoings to essentially just the repeating phrase of "open the door for the cinnamon roll." And
Okay.
That's gonna be it. On
My
loop.
name,
Gotcha.
I am Erastus, king of the Cinnabon.
Yeah. He's gonna do an investigation check
I
on the
am
door.
Cinnamon King.
All right. Spurt, amazingly, unbelievably, figures out how to open this door. There is what looks like
What did he do? Get a
So
nat
you-
20?
no, he
no,
didn't. But he rolled very, very high. So Spurt, you see that Spurt's like basically in this corner here, looking around, and he does something in the corner, and shocking to everyone, including himself, it literally like lifts up in like a blink of an eye, so fast that it like goes upwards that it's actually like scary and shocking to everyone, including him. And he goes back and he says, oh my god, I got every single cinnamon roll now. He said, wow. He said, I am amazing. I am so amazing. Look how useful and amazing I am. And where's the turtle? Where is that turtle? He starts looking for your asses.
Spurt. Good job, Spurt.
So give me your cinnamon rolls.
Okay, I give him the 1.5 I have left.
All right. Yeah, he starts eating them really, really like fast and crazily, and he starts laughing at the top of his lungs. He's like, I won the cinnamon roll game. Oh, I won the game. I won the cinnamon roll game.
Tio is
Yep.
gonna change the phrase from "open the door for the cinnamon rolls" to "take the cinnamon rolls back to camp." Don't follow them anymore. They're out of cinnamon rolls. They're of no use to you.
That's a
And
long
so,
message.
Yeah.
That is a long message. But that's fine. If she wants to break it up in parts, she can keep going through that. So, so you do that, and he's like, so he like, so he's very confused. He's like, the voices in my head want me to go and say bye bye, but at the same time, I'm just gonna follow everybody because and then he looks at the what he's called demon lady. He's like, "That's a scary person, and she's gonna kill every single one of you, and I'm gonna be super super happy when it happens." And he starts going back over here and like,
Bert, don't
yeah.
disrespect the Cinnamon King.
He said, except for the turtle with the cinnamons, because he does hear you say that. He said, "You're a nice person, and I like you, and I would probably go right in your shell."
Okay, that's weird.
I don't know. It's better he doesn't move.
See, it's gonna change the phrase to be more aggressive. Don't
Yeah.
follow them; they'll get you killed.
Yep. What's your range on that, by the way, Sue?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. All right. All right.
Should we
Scary.
go inside?
All right. Yep.
He's not scary.
Nah, he's okay.
All right. Okay. So who wants to start looking in first?
I'll be right back. I got these restroom.
Yeah, no worries.
I guess I will. Do I roll a perception?
All right. Yep. All right. So this is what you start to see. So here we go. As you start walking up, you see this clearly like man-made staircase with braziers that go all the way up into this area here. Oops, the stream is messing up. You get to a point where you see what looks like red tiles at the very, very top. And then you can see out, which looks like more like outside area, which you'll be able to see in a second with trees and greenery. But you can't see really beyond that well. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna test the tile with 10-foot pole that I had from the group that never took it back.
Yeah.
from me.
Yep. Okay, so before you actually hit these tiles look very similar to the tiles that you saw when you went into the start of the Tomb of Horrors. They do look very similar.
Okay. We do look similar, so there could be traps. With that one hit.
Yeah. But do you want to go ahead and like press them with the pole?
Yeah. I'm gonna test which. Well, I guess the ones in front of me. To the other side, it seems that looks like there's another side to it.
Yep. Yeah, so you totally can. So by the way, the 10-foot pole that you had, I never asked. You let me see something real quick. I think the 10. Let's look. Depends on what they're made out of. So give me 1 second. All right, so 10-foot pole. Yeah, that's what I thought. It doesn't actually say what they're made out of, which is fine. All right, so the 10-foot poles that you guys purchased are made out of wood. They're sturdy. They're reinforced. They have like little metallic bracers that go around them to make sure that they're sturdy enough for this kind of thing. As you touch this square here, as the thing gets up with the 10-foot pole, so these two squares did nothing. You got to this square here, and literally your pole starts to burst into flames. It does consume the pole. If you hold on to it, you're going to take damage, but otherwise you're not going to have to take damage if you just let it go.
Which two squares? Sorry.
This square here, you'll see it. Okay, that's so as you touch this square, your pole literally bursts into flames.
Alright, I'd let it
But these
go,
two
but
s-
which
Yeah, these two squares here are safe when it catches up. So the ones directly in front of you are safe. These two
Okay.
here. Yep.
So it's the two in front of me.
By the way, as that happens, you hear you do hear like a burst of laughter like coming through. Spurt must be somewhere close. You can't see him, but he is laughing hysterically.
Before I go across, I take note which ones are safe, which is the two on the
Yep.
right there in front of me, and go back and say, okay, it looks like we're back in the dungeon.
safe to come up?
Yeah, just
Alright,
come up.
I go up.
I'm gonna
Sure.
say don't go across if you all come up. There's only 2 squares that I know for sure are safe. The pole kind of lit on fire.
Oh.
I'm gonna go up as well. Is there anything on that archway?
No, so it looks like the archway is clear. Here, let me show you exactly where you're at. So if you come up to this area here, it doesn't look like there's anything above the archway. And this is what you see from the ceiling. Let me put this up. This is so tough with this beta song. Okay. So this is what it looks like on the top there. I don't know if you'll see it when the stream goes up, but it's like an open ceiling essentially. And
Is that a hole there though?
yes, there's a hole. Yeah.
Okay. Can I go ahead and take a grappling hook and attempt to throw it through the hole to attach it to it?
Sure. Yep. You want to try to climb up essentially?
We'll
And
go
over?
if it can get attached to it. I'm attempting just to see if we can swing across.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you can. You can attach to it here. So you won't even have to roll. After a couple attempts, you'll get it no matter what. So.
I was gonna say there isn't a way across these 2 poles or the 2
Yes.
steps in front of me.
That's exactly right. So she did find that these 2, when she touched it with the pole, at least nothing happened. So.
Oh, okay.
These 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
I thought
straight
her
way
shit
on
caught on
one
fire.
side.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was on a different side.
Yep, that's on a different. That was on a different tile. That's right.
Okay, just follow the leader and she'll walk across.
Okay. So you do walk on the 2 safe tiles that are safe. You get to walk over on this side, and this is what you see here. You see a bunch of barrels now. You see a lantern, and then more structure. You see that there's like a bigger structure here, leading out into something. But this is what you see. So there's some kind of bigger building here now. All right, so everyone that's down here, let's make sure that we get this part right. So, as you guys are coming up, Macmorn, you're back here too. Let's see who. So yeah, so Henri, every now and then you hear Spurt still standing behind you guys. He's like 35, 40 feet away from everyone.
Then who's the next person in front of me?
It's just Erasis. So Erasis is near you. Macmorn's near you. CO is kind of near you.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn to Erastus and say, the crazy halfling's still following us.
He's just.
Just thought you should know.
If Theo overhears Omni say that, she's going to make her domaturgy louder.
Well, he's 35 feet away, so he's outside of
Yeah.
the range.
Yeah, you have to just walk over. You can try to get yourself in range of him though.
Yeah, she'll just draw back to where she feels the spell take place.
Yep.
And she'll just aggressively have Domaturgy run away, like run away from them, their certain death.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you keep going through that, and so this is what ends up happening. He does find like every now and then he does walk or like even run like from you, but he's constantly getting out of your range, and then he's like trying to follow you back. He is trying to do stealth checks. He's just failing them, so you can actually see him at this point, so you can kind of still keep in range. But he is hard because of the angle, because of where you are, because he's already 30 feet away or whatever. You keep losing him too, so he does stop and then start again.
She'll just stop them.
Yeah.
See much else to do.
Yep. But it's definitely to some degree working because he does eventually leave, but then he comes back when the voices stop. So. All right, but anyway, so as we're going through that, So here, I'll give you guys a better look through the stream. So this is what ends up happening. You come out from this structure onto a higher area, and there's a much bigger structure now here. But then there's also, like I said, there's some barrels on this side. There's a window that you could probably crawl inside. There's whatever this is, some kind of hay barrel. And then there's this area over here that you'd have to investigate more. Henri, do you work next week, next Monday?
I guess you didn't see my other text. I do.
I didn't.
But I
Okay.
should be able to get out at 7:15, so I should be home by
that's fine.
7:30.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
I will
That'll
be
work.
available, yes.
Yeah, because I mean, that's nice because I'd like to take you out like naturally when it happens instead of railroading it. So that's perfect. So cool. Okay.
Yeah, I should be able to keep joining in as long as it takes me to phase me out.
Okay. Cool. All right. All right. So what would you guys like to do?
Just wait for the others and be like, just step on the 2 tiles that I did. Make sure
Right.
no one steps on the other 2 that I don't know are safe.
Sure.
That's up to you.
Does everyone want to do that? Does everyone want to advance at this point, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay for
Okay. All right. Yep. Everyone can. So, does anyone want to stay back for whatever reason?
No.
Okay. Cool.
I,
So that's
yeah,
that's
I
cool.
am.
You do? Okay. That's fine. So you can stay on the other side. Everyone else is starting to get out now, and we'll get you a better look at what's going on. So outside of here, this is what you guys see. It's kind of like a nice little like garden terrace area outside. There is what looks like an archway that you can look through, and then as you get up here, it gives you a much better view of everything down there. And sure enough, whoever does look down here, they do see that the halfling is like he's peeking his head out. He's like doing acrobatics. Like he's like looking and then looking away. He's standing on his head and looking away. He's trying to be incredibly stealthy. And on top of that, you can see that he's very proud of himself doing this. But he's trying to stay out of sight but follow everyone.
They say that people have been alone too long go crazy. You think that's what happened to this now?
That's what happened to me.
Oh, really?
I mean, I did summon a magical bat creature to keep me company after a while, so I'm not sure how sane that is.
You don't seem like him, though.
I think he's been alone a lot longer than I was.
Probably.
Also, I wasn't trapped where I was. I kind of chose to be there. It just ended up being a lot lonelier than I expected.
Well, you both
So-
have us now, right?
Yeah. At some point, you guys see that he gets to this point. He starts to try to climb the cliff to try to get up with you guys. Let's see how that works out. Yeah. So he goes to like climb it, and he gets all the way up to here, and then he literally falls on his face. So he gets up like 5 feet, and he totally eats it and falls on his face. And then he looks around to see if anyone saw him. And he like does like a little like flip and everything, and he's like, I'm so good at everything. He said, I'm really good at everything, and he's still trying to like climb up.
Okay, bye, Spurt.
All right, but so anyway, so you guys have these barrels in front of you. There's what looks like some kind of like bedroll or something. There's that haystack, and then of course there's a window. It looks like it's something that you could theoretically climb into. There is a backpack, by the way, on the other side of here too. There's a backpack with a bedroll. It looks like an adventurous pack almost.
I want to check out the backpack.
Okay. All right. So you look at the backpack, and the backpack when you open it up is full of hay. It just has hay in it, similar to the hay that's right here, but it looked like it was like stuffed and like ready. There are 2 bedrolls attached to it. However, when you start like going through the hay and basically like trying to find whatever was inside of it, there is a small crystal orb inside of the backpack.
I'm gonna call CO over.
Yep.
She's called. She will start.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What was that?
If you called her, she definitely walks over to you.
Okay, well, Anui will show her, like, without touching the orb, she'll kind of tilt the backpack towards you and show you that the orb is in there. And say, should I, like, try touching it?
Wait, what?
Not touch it. We've had bad experiences with that sort of line of thinking. Maybe gently roll it out of the bag, and Erasmus or Miracle would be able to take a few minutes to identify it, see what it does, see if it's dangerous.
I also can identify it as well.
Identify counts as touching it, though.
Chris, quick question.
Yeah.
Does this look like any of the orbs that we encountered that teleported us?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to gently roll it out, and I'm going to have Wraith land on it, and I'm going to start ritual casting Identify.
Okay.
Through
Yeah.
Wraith.
That's smart.
Cool.
I'm
All right.
Can I look through the window?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yep, you can do that. And you said you're ritual casting Identify?
Yeah, it's, I don't actually have it in my book at all. I only have it as a ritual.
Right. Okay, cool. Yep. So this is what you see within looking in the window itself.
Remember, it doesn't tell me School of Magic. It just tells me, like,
Right.
a description.
What it does. Yep. 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 All right. So that's what you see. All right. So once we can skip forward to the Identify. So this is something called a Professor Orb. So it is like a smooth 5-pound sphere. It's of smoky gray quartz. It's about the size of a grapefruit, but there are 2 really small pinpricks of silver light deep inside the sphere that you can see. Once you finish the Identify, the Professor Orb is a sentient object. It does have the personality of like a scholar. You don't know the alignment of this since it's sentient. However, it is a very, very intelligent sentient item. It does speak. It can read. It can, and you know that it's going to understand at least 4 languages. It can see and hear around 60 feet. So the only thing that's different about these orbs is that even though it is sentient, it doesn't appear to have a will of its own, or if it does, you just don't understand how this will works. So it can't necessarily initiate a conflict with the creature that possesses it, but again, these are artifact items that no one really truly understands. Anyway, a Professor Orb does have extensive knowledge in 4 narrow academic subjects. So when you make an intelligence check to recall lore from any of its areas, I can choose the orb as a +9 bonus to its roll, including its intelligence modifier, which is pretty awesome. So the Professor Orb can actually cast a Mage Hand as a cantrip at will.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, well, there goes my entire usefulness to the party.
Well, but here's the thing. It uses a spell only to transport itself. So it can't actually, like, it's not smart enough to use Mage Hand to, like, let you have Mage Hand. However, if it's in danger, or if it's something that's like basically like doing it, it will cast Mage Hand to get itself out of problems and stuff. I'll give it to you in D&D Beyond. It doesn't actually allow you to have Mage Hand.
Yeah, it can use it on itself. It doesn't let you cast it.
Correct.
But I'm going, after identifying it, Anu will turn to CO and say, if it's okay with you, I'd like to try speaking with it, because apparently it's sentient.
That's interesting. We came by a sentient sword earlier in our travels, but we kind of just stowed it away for the meantime.
Did you speak with it?
Yeah, actually, I did.
What did it say?
Didn't. It said it could teach me how to wield it, and it switched from a rusty great sword to a dagger. But it was just telling me it could teach me how to fight better with it.
Oh.
It's interesting, but no, if you're okay with me watching how this goes, you're more than welcome to use it.
Yes, of course. Then I will... go ahead.
Chris, I will say I do have to go and we're supposed to be issues in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
So I will try
Yeah, we
picking up-
are ending at 7:30, so that's
Okay.
totally fine. Yep.
Then quickly I'll try picking it up and saying, hello.
So you do that, and the orb answers back, and it says, "Hello."
What topics are you knowledgeable on?
It says, "I am knowledgeable on magic items, the world of Greyhawk, orcs, and dragons."
Oh, that's so good. So I will turn to CEO and say, it seems to be knowledgeable on magic items, orcs, Greyhawk, and dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
By the way, somehow at this point, by some miracle, the halfling has scaled the wall and is like looking over, and he says, "What'd you guys get? What'd you guys get over there? What'd you get? You got something really good? What is it?"
ignore him. Don't talk to him.
Yeah, he gets up here.
A naughty child.
Yeah. He says, "Did you guys get that? Did you guys get some talking thing?"
Why don't we get NPCs like this in our group, Chris?
Yeah, just from a meta perspective, by the way. So, Henri, what ended up happening is they actually ended up springing a trap that you guys disarmed, which is why they're here. And yeah, so they're in a completely different. You're in a completely different. You've never even seen the area, obviously, that they've been to. So.
Oh, was this like in the room with the pillar? Obelisk. With the 3 doors?
No, this is actually the room that has the altar and has the orange mist. There was another trap in there that you guys disarmed. Yeah.
It wasn't me. I wasn't with the group yet.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was not. That's why I didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Go away, Spurt.
Nice. He said, "Can I have that? He said, can I have that shiny orb thing?"
Oh, shut up! I say to him in Orcish.
No. That means no.
Okay. He said, "Okay." He said, "Okay, but you know, when you sleep, and you have to sleep sometimes, if it goes, I didn't steal it."
Is he within 30 feet?
Let's look. No, but you can make yourself within 30 feet of him. You can totally,
No,
yeah.
that's
You can
fine.
totally walk up
Come-
to 30 feet, yeah.
It's fine. I'm gonna stay where I am with Henri because I don't want to do Henri's suspicion.
Yep. He says, okay. He says, "You guys do what you want to do, but you know, when you go sleeping, you know, like at the night time." He said, "I will probably, I will just be over here, and when it's my orb, it is not me who stole it."
So, definitely putting up a watch tonight, aren't we?
Yep.
Why don't we just put it in my show?
Let's see.
I'm actually gonna ask the orb. Do you know anything
Yeah.
about prismatic dragons?
The orb says, "Yes, but you have to ask me a very specific question."
Our dragon's nice.
And the orb says, "Not all dragons are nice."
How many prismatic dragons are there
In the world?
in
It
existence?
says, it asks. So here, let's actually see.
Yes, in the world.
Let's see if it knows this question.
How many
Oh God, I'm
toes
gonna
does
track
a
the orb.
dragon have?
So It doesn't know the exact number, but it does say that there are more than 50 prismatic dragons in existence.
In Greyhawk specifically?
You're not exactly sure. That's the problem. You'll have to ask.
Okay, no, I was asking the orb. Is that in are there more than 50 prismatic dragons in Greyhawk specifically?
It says yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Orb. I think this is a good place to take a nap, guys.
Yep. Yeah. So we will have to finish up the session now. So, how do you guys want to? So out of curiosity, now that you know that there's a roguish halfling following you or whatever, let's talk a little bit about how you're going to protect all of your stuff, just in case he does try to rob you.
I can put like an important thing inside my shell. With
Okay.
me when I go to sleep.
Yeah.
I only need 4 hours.
I don't
Okay.
have a ton of room.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we can put 2 people up at watch at a time.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
I'm
put
also
things in
going
the
to
bag
have-
of I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just put things in the bag of holding, and I can put the bag of holding in my shell with me.
Yeah, I'm also going to have the my familiar keep a watch on him all night, because the spell doesn't say that the familiar needs sleep.
Yeah, it doesn't. That's fine. Yep.
Yeah. And then if we alternate with the standard watch plus the familiar plus the Ras is sleeping with the bag of
Well,
holding.
And
Yeah.
Bimmy.
So you'll have to give me instructions too, because here's the thing: the halfling has no idea how familiars work or any of that stuff. So, if you see the halfling advancing to try to steal from you, what's the actions you take?
So I'm going to, I'm gonna say like within 30 feet. If the halfling gets within 30 feet of us, I'm going to have the familiar wake us up.
Yep.
Like me
Okay.
first, but I'm going to start waking everybody else up, or whoever's
If-
closest.
If
Alright,
Bimmy,
gotcha.
if Bimmy sees him, he's gonna activate Bimmy spotlight mode and play a 6-second recording of Erasmus screaming.
Okay.
Sleep tonight.
All right. Yep. Yep.
I'll take first watch. And during first watch, I'm just gonna keep on tolling the dead.
I take no watch.
Okay.
Tio will take. How many do you need if you need a full 8 hours? You need 4?
Well, Pyravin can do 4 himself, so we just need 2, and then
Okay.
Pyravin's 4.
Yeah. And so right now it's around. So right now it's only around 9 o'clock. So to get 8 hours, it's not super difficult. However, this might be annoying if he keeps, trying to get at you. That's why I'm asking, because it could mean that you have a level of exhaustion, unless of course you kill him or whatever. But we'll have to see. Like it'll depend on how well you basically scare him away or whatever it's going to take to
Time
get it
up.
going, because chances are that he's going to try to steal from you, and the thing is that the character is smart enough to know that if he's in mortal danger, he's probably going to be a preservationist in that case. But it's just, we can resolve all this in next session. But I just wanted to get some ideas so we can talk about it in the beginning.
Yeah, my plan is to take first watch and just to toll the dead him, just over and over again.
But if you are tolling the dead him, that means that you're actually like damaging him, like you're
Yeah.
taking. Okay, all right,
Yeah, Gretna.
okay.
Tio will take.
I can heal him. I'm alright.
Yeah, and if what is told to that again? Is it what's the
That is 1d. It's a Wisdom 13 saving throw. It's 1d8 necrotic damage at
Right.
full health. But if he
Right,
takes
right,
any
right.
damage, it's 1d12.
right? Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just heal him back up again and do it again.
Eh. Tio will do thaumaturgy during her watch against him. And she'll just have like the deafening whispers, telling him to stay 30 feet away.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, how many directions can you go to get to us?
So that's what I was about. So here's the thing. You're not. So here's the only problem. He's here. Can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he actually has a bunch of different options. So he can get up here, go on the roof, try to steal from you there. He can also try to like go around up here and like try to ambush you or steal from you on this direction. So basically all directions, unfortunately. Now he's not super good at this, even as a halfling, and maybe if he is a thief or whatever, you'll have to find out. But he's not great at this, so there's a chance that he's going to fall on his face and do a bunch of other stuff. But that's why I'm just curious. Well, we'll go through all this next session on what actually happens. But he could come at you from every side. But anyway, this gives me some ideas, and we can resolve this next session. All right, cool. But thanks everybody, and Henri, it's great that you can come next session,
Yeah, this
so
is fun.
I can do this. Yeah, so cool.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah, I should be, even if we don't necessarily resolve it next week, I should be good the week after if it does go to that.
Okay,
but
cool.
yeah, I'll definitely
Cool,
be
awesome.
available next week.
All right, cool. Good.
Bye.
Can't wait to see you
All
all.
right, thanks, guys. Yep.
Okay,
Cool.
thanks.
Nice
Night,
meeting you.
everybody.
Yep. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.